Yes, good morning, Baba TV listeners and viewers.
Well, how is the election going? Today is the polling day in Oyam North. So far, what is on the ground?
Well, I think the campaign ended peacefully yesterday. The ground has also started peacefully, and we hope our nemesis and competitors will not raise issues which will disrupt the election at the early stage. Yesterday, we had a very nice election campaign. The training, it all ended. But they had raised a bit of issue when the ballot boxes were being offloaded and one seal got broken. And when we went to the meeting, the Honorable Bill Fred of UPC was claiming there were pre-ticked ballot papers kept by NRM. I want to clear the doubt in anyone's mind. We have no pre-ticked ballot papers. We ended elections. We marshaled our team. We are now in the field everywhere with all our agents in sight. And we think we shall win this election.
Okay, particularly for you as the NRM, you're saying you're very sure that you'll win this election. What makes you sure? Is it because of the so-called sympathy vote that many people are talking about?
Well, sympathy or no sympathy, NRM has a lot on ground. NRM has a lot that you cannot wish away. For example, the people here were traumatized for a long time by the war and the infiltration of rebels. But right now they are very comfortable, and all they say is that if we have continuity, we shall have peace. They also think that 2 years is good enough for NRM not to be substituted by UPC. And they give reference to football teams that when Arsenal has 11 and the injury comes at possibly the 80th minute, they don't get a Man U fan or Man U player to take over the number from an Arsenal player. So the people are actually very, very open. They say Mashoduogo did a lot. His son has come in. Why don't we just replicate, and why don't we leave the son to finish the term?
Well, Doctor, how strong are the people you are standing with in this election from the opposition?
I think the most important, the strong person here is UPC. The strong party is UPC. Because Oyam had been the hub for UPC, especially the intellectual elitist level. If you see the late Kule Park, you go to Ben Washa, they are the setup Oyam as a center of creme de la creme. Now, the only problem we have is that within NRM, we have a bit of small division. The DEC members were not supporting the candidate, but we prevail over them. Well, you can prevail over people in the day, you can't tell what they do at night. But we think their impact will be minimal because the people have overwhelmingly also suggested that once we finish this election, we should have structured election within the party and kick them out.
Great.
So we are not really worried of NUP. NUP is insignificant here. The only thing they tried to raise with their president was a bit of noise when they came into the arena. FDC is quite insignificant. The party we are dealing with here head-on is UPC.
Well, Doctor, you as the NRM have won most of the recent by-elections.
Yes.
Does that speak to something?
I think the most thing is consistency in our leadership. I think I've liked one thing. The Honorable Toduong's administration is allowing every unit to do its work. Leave mobilization and media go into the field. Leave research unit go to the field and pick the issues and bring the issues for us to discuss. So that every 2 weeks, the department, mobilization directorate, Department of Research within NRM Electoral Commission, within the Secretariat, pick issues, then they will sit and analyze. Then we also activated the structure which had been dormant. Even when they have a bit of division, we have given them leverage to own up the mobilization, not to carry people from Kampala.
Okay.
Yes, the people from Kampala and other places are grieved that we don't involve them, we are selfish, but the reality is, if you are a Muganda, a Munyankole, a Muhima, a Mutusi, a Mugwere, what would you use as a language to communicate to the local people here? You would have to have an interpreter. But look at when we use the local people in Busoga. We go to Kamuli, we get our local Basoga, who know the dynamics and say, do this. We go to Tororo, we get the Japs, we get the Iteso, we get the Baganda within town who know the dynamics, and we say do this. That is the approach we are now using.
Okay.
This business of ferrying cadres everywhere is stopping.
Yeah. Well, Doctor, as we prepare to let you go, last time we saw a letter written by the president after the Bukedia by-election.
Yes.
Do you think this letter and actually what transpired in that election has an impact in today's polls?
No. I think that's what the opposition was trying to use yesterday in the conference, the meeting organized by Electoral Commission. I remember the Honorable Bill Fred trying to threaten the RDC that you RDC, the president has written a letter. If you arrest people here, that this and the other. I said, no, you cannot come from elsewhere, cause havoc, and claim because the president wrote a letter on Bouquet there, it gives you leverage to cause chaos in Oyam. I actually stood and opposed him and I told him, no, if you go to law, one of them claimed was a lawyer from NUP. Oh, in law, this and that. I said, no, but jurisprudence in law is about cases which have been finished. What I know of this letter is just setting up an investigation. The end result of that investigation is not yet out. So how would you actually use it as possible in jurisprudence that the president did this, we found this, therefore this should not be done? So I actually think, yes, it may have impact because police may say, we are now warned this and the other, but then police will not stop doing its work.
Okay.
They will not stop doing its work. Because chaos, they will arrest you. Yes.
Yes, very finally for me, Doctor, you've just said that you're very sure that you will win today's elections, but
yes,
during the campaigns we've seen so many people turning out for rallies, during the rallies of the UPC candidate and these other candidates. And I'm wondering what makes you sure?
I think the biggest gun we have in our party is the president and chairman of the party. He is a mover. He is actually a game changer. And I think his presence in the campaign was quite a game changer for us.
Okay.
Yes, UPC president was there and has been, actually he slept in Otwal, one of the sub-counties. They slept there giving salt. Giving salt and soap. Yes. I think police even stopped them.
We need to put that on record, Doctor. You said the UPC... I'm
telling you, the UPC led by their president were in Otwal and Aleka. And our information is that they were giving soap, salt, and other items. We are going to verify that information today, and we told those people to give us credible evidence, and when we find that that was done, we shall actually go into what we can do with it.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Well, that is Dr. Tanga Odoi, chairperson of the NRM Electoral Commission, speaking to us about these elections in Oyam North. Well, the studios, Honorable Latif Sebagala Sengendo, former member of Parliament, Kawempe North, Atwega Seko. Well, Honorable Lamusa Kubantu, Dr. Tanga Omulide.
Abatulaba ku Baba TV mbalamusiza nnyo bulinnya lya Mukama Katonda abafunye ebizibu ebyenjawulo tumukwasa n'abafunye ebirungi njagala okupulisa nnyo baganda baffe banyinaffe abatandise okukoma okuva mu bifo ebitukuvu eby'emaka ne Madiina tusaba Mukama Katonda abeere nga akkiriza byonna byemukoleddeyo ate nsuubira tumusabidde eggwanga lyaffe mu mbeera zonna.
Well, Dr. Tanga Omulide, wenjaga tutandikira awo. First of all, again owa UPC ow'amaanyi ennyo kubali ku doluvuganya government, but also he claims nti babadde bagaba omunnyo ne sabbooni police n'ebirinnyamu eggere.
Ndowooza kyatagambye nti bo babadde bagaba ki? Kyatagambye nti bo babadde bagaba ki? Kubanga enkola ya okugulira abalonzi n'obbawo ebintu gamba byonna biraga bwavu. Kola olowooza omunnyo n'eba abagabi munnyo olowooza bwenkana ki? Kapakitya kamu kasenjera 10. Kigambo ky'obwavu kizibu nnyo. Kubanga oli wagamba nti kwadde kubanga n'omuntu gwa sabbe ndoba wamulamba katole oli naga ata muna agenda olondono akatoleka omunyo kaako simanyi akatoleka esabuni kaako ak'omunyo kaako naye nga bino bibadde bikolebwa n'abenaali mune minisita Tanga akimanyi abinabo babikola abalonzi baffe nze sigana kubanenya nti lwaki mubitwala kubanga omuntu ng'amaze wiiki 3 omunyo asaba musabe olabanga ekintu ekyangu kubanga oli edda bagambanga nti guno si munnyo nti buli mu nnyumba mweguli that is it omunnyo kyekintu ekisookerwako okubeera mu maka naye olala osanga amaka agamu nga omunnyo teguliimu so nolwekyo bulabona bonna obukodyo ogamba nti basaze batibagamba ebintu bakoze batya oyo politics of Uganda bwatyo bwatambula
babawanguddeko by elections ezisinga ng'aba NRM twalaba Kayunga Soroti ene wa mukwano gwange Olanya Mumambuka kino kiraga ki tekiraga nti mwongedde okunafuwa ng'abavuganya oba temuyina nteekateeka oba abantu baganye okubagula people failed or they have deliberately refused to buy into what you tell them.
When you look at all these by-elections case by case tutalikiniruwa
Kayunga ewa Nakwede
otugende Kayunga singa President Museveni yaliwo ebbaluwa gye yawandise ku Okello yandibadde yawandiika embi n'okusinga eya Bukandya naye alabika teyali mu ggwanga
yalimu
teyabimanya alabika teyabimanya
ogambe singa
yaliwo bye yawandise ku Okello byandibadde kwegamba ebyebugerere ebyekayunga byandibadde bingi so abajjukira byonna ebyagenda maaso ekayunga oyinza okukkiriza nti Nakwedde yawangulwa naye balangirira kyekyo.
Well, President after Kayunga akalulu ke Kayunga yatuga nti NRM yesalawo ne bwozina emirundi 20.
Then why do we go to force? Why do we have this? Why do we time? Ngamuya bulungi ne bamusulanga muzina ne muzina sawa 20. NRM yekola ki? Kati electoral commission awe no mugaso.
So why do you go into those elections?
Anti akati mu mbeera zonna. President agambye tine bwe munakola mutya. Election tuzigendamu. Ngolowooza nti okugenda mu elections zonna ezigendeddwamu nakana akalulu akakaggwa ka presidential n'ebyo bino ebyakolebwa oba ebyafunibwayo definitely olowooza nti baali baagala nnyo performance efaana bwetyo naye waliwo embeera ejja nga ne bw'okola otya kabanga kuziyiza mazzi bwe gatandika okugamba nti ogaziyiza ganyoonya wonna gayinza okuyita ye democracy oyo tulabye abantu bangi nnyo abateekawo embeera ey'okutamya abantu ebyokulonda babiveemu.
Okay, mukileyimiza ebbanga ddene honorable nti bababba naddala mu by-elections. Mwami Museveni nga president wa Uganda era ssentebe wa NRM yavuddeyo n'ekiwandiiko ky'oyogeddeko ku Okello n'avumirira emivuyo. He castigated government officials nga temuddamu banoonyereze singa tunakizwa nti mwenyigidde emivuyo kajja kubajjuutuka. Does that mean akalulu ke tugendamu oba ke tulimu leero mu Oyam mukasubira okubeerako amazima n'obwenkanya?
Na kino kyongereko yagambye nti bamubuulidde ebyo yabadde ng'ali mu movie alaba firimu naye byonna bye President Museveni yotugamba ekibukedya tuyinza okugamba nti nsonga ki ezaamukutteko ennyo kyayawukanye kitya n'ekyali ebugerere. Ekya Bukedya basawo ne banyaba batulaba. Bukedya yalina abakandidenti eyatwala tikiti y'NRM yagitwala atya yali mukyala erinnya yaani kyala bwerabidde naye mulimu ow'NRM bayi amako omwami oyo gwe baatulugunya era president gwakoze ku reference naye nga w'NRM naye najja independent olw'ebyaliwo byali bingi naye nga ab'NRM structure zaabwe ez'Ebukedya n'abali ku secretariat n'abaliwa balabika baali baagala nnyo ono omwami kati ebyaliwo byonna ebyagenda mu maaso byebintu ebya bulijjo mu kalulu mu nteekateeka y'akalulu kano.
Okay.
So nolwekyo
tosuubira kalulu k'amazima na bwenkanya nakulole
mu mbeera zonna pulezidenti byalaba e Bukeedia bye bibadde mu bululu obw'enjawulo. So nolwekyo sirabawo kyanjawulo nnyo kyoyinza gati e Bukeedia kubanga bwekuba kukuba abantu bakubiddwa, bwekuba butemu abantu bakoleddwako ettemu, bwe ziba nsimbi kubibwa, bwe ziba kukwatamu about gamba obululu bwadde buteekebwamu. So nolwekyo nsuubira nti Bukeedia eno pulezidenti ayinza okuba alina ebirala byaliko nga tali ku kyagamba nti lwaki akalulu katambudde bwe kati. Bwe tujja gamba when you look deep into what the president wrote nobeera nga bu statement ogenda ogiteekako gaalubindi olabira ddala it was not only all about Bukeedia elections. Waliwo ensonga president zemujja okutegeera oluvannyuma lwaki it is only Bukeedia where after 38 years we have never seen any letter of that format from His Excellency the President. Why?
Well,
in Bukeedia
nga tugenda okumulamu president yagambye mu bbaluwa nti byalaba mu Bukeedia tayagala kuteekawo mbeera esobola kutuuza mu byaliwo mu gyekinaana ebyamutwala mu nsiko. Katujje ku mazzi ku Baba TV Adam Kongo Honorable Latif Sebagala Sengendo gwe tuli naye tunywa ku mazzi kano bwe tukomawo Parliament ne DNN eggwanga general okutwaliza awamu. This is becoming a very serious issue of concern mu bantu. Why now? Lwaki kati? We shall seek a view from a former legislator. Katuje.
Eno ni Gangamka ku Baba TV. Eno ni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Buyugira nyaffe Uganda ku Radio Africa tolemwa kumwenya olwaka mwenyu akajjudde abanywanyi. Embeera y'obudde yatukolako mukwano n'obutonde obutubeezaawo ne butusobozesa buli omu okubeerawo mu ngeri ye kuba ffenna tuli banjawulo ne mu ngeri gye tukwasaganyamu emirimu gyaffe naye ekitugatta ne tufuuka omuntu omu bwe buwoomyo buva mu kyokunywa ekyaleeruya jingatte drink n'aleeruya tamarin drink eddekende erikumala ennyonta ate nga wejjanjaba omubiri gwo. Ekyokunywa kino kye kitegeera emibiri gyaffe kuba kya butonde 10 ku 10. Woomerwa ekyokunywa kirimu omubisi gw'enkooge Alleluia tamarin drink n'Alleluia ginger tea drink bikolebwa ba Alleluia Reflexology Healthy Solution and Nutritional Research Center Limited. Weefunira ekyokunywa kya Alleluia leero okuva ku maduuka wonna bakubire ku noti 393 24 15.